points in the game.
When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Fort Collins, Colorado, home to the Colorado State Rams. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Colorado State Rams. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Colorado State's offense will have the football first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Guys, let's take a moment and look at Colorado State. They reached a national championship game last year, couldn't quite get the job done. What challenges do you see them running into this year beyond the schedule?
And that
intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Irish! And they turn it into a defensive score.
Woof. And after that pick six, not the start this quarterback wanted. You're going to have to be really good about having a short-term memory and just turn the page. There's tons of football here to be played. You made a big mistake on that last throw. Don't let it beat you for the rest of this football game. We've got a lot of ball left to play. You got to keep going.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Rams will snap it on 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. To the air, it's Curry. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions, and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it, he has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know, he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. The run to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Nice route, nice catch by this receiver. What's important for a quarterback throwing the in route to a guy in the slot?
Well, I think he has to have great timing, and I think the receiver needs to get his right depth so that they know exactly where each other is going to be and when the ball is going to be in the air. These two have outstanding timing with one another.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss?
Oh, he's got some space. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Up to 45 yards for them on the ground already in this first quarter. He looks as if he's ready to put up numbers. And the Rams are threatening on 1st and goal. Gets it out quickly. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado State. That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Maurice. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace. QB making good, smart decisions and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
The Irish offense comes out. First chance we've had to see them today. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season, but this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And a big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. Absolutely nothing settled, deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Back to pass, it's Bachmeier. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He's got great speed. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? You be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense.
Guys, let's take a minute and look big picture at Colorado State. During the offseason, they go out, they get a top 25 recruiting class. That's nothing to scoff at. But the question is, how do they move up from here, David?
Well, and how do these talented young guys perform at this level, right? We don't really know. I mean, top 25 classes.
How about this, a fake? And the pass is caught, and the fake works. They get the first.
And that is such a great job by the head coach deciding to go for it there on the fake punt. And that's one of those fake punts that they've probably had in their playbook now for several weeks, but you gotta have the perfect look defensively to run it. The up man gets the snap, a nice accurate throw, picking up the first down and keep this drive alive.
Red pass, it's complete. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. All wideouts, no backs. Looking downfield, it's Curry. Dances away to buy time. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game. Running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Grabbed over the middle, and Stoneburner. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on fourth down. Converts on fourth down, still going.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a cheap shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are...
Touchdown, Colorado State! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. On the run, fires downfield.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB.
He lost one down the sideline. Snags it inside the 20. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Makes the grab. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They're setting up the screen, and he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Just keeps slinging it. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Man, that is picture-perfect execution by this offense. That is how you close a half. Chewing up some time, getting in the end zone, a chance to tie this up and feel really good about yourself going into halftime.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Scanning the field, it's Curry. He's got him. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Rams headed quickly to the line. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Finds his man, it's Marshall. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. Line gets set, 1st down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's complete. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Here's a heat. Quarterback got it himself. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. And the Rams come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Let's go. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Stoneburner.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Ball over the middle. It's Stoneburner. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, Colorado State.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal.
35 on the field goal.
Right down the boulevard. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there today in Fort Collins. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the 2nd half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Bachmeier. With the catch, it's Norton. He gets it up across the 20 to the 22 before he's pushed out of bounds.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that outright.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Take the profit, right? Pitch and catch. Defense and zone coverage. Receivers got some access. Just spit it out to him. Let him catch it, advance, and get what he can get.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. From the gun. Give on the inside. Oh, the sweet feet. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. They're going to ride this running back. And the offense went right back to their man, and this time the defense was ready to stop him.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Parker. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
That's reeled in, it's Gilbert. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play.
Hold on.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. Out of the gun, they give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket.
There he goes! They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Crosses the 30, he's got away. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. The Rams pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Might as well give it to him again. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Right away after picking up the 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
It is so beautiful when I get you behind the sticks in guaranteed passing situations, because guess what? I don't have to fire off and play run. I'm going and getting the quarterback and getting him on the ground. That's what defensive linemen live for.
Hauls it in.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
Smashes it between the uprights. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
And man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks, add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he has made some serious plays for this defense.
We've reached a break. Colorado State is on top. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Pulls it in, it's Gilbert. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 3rd down up after the completion. Off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. The Irish send out the punt unit. Cradles it at the 35. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Colorado State.
3rd and short now from their own 48. The offense changing the play. Back to throw, it's Curry. Wide open downfield. Turning it on. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back out. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down.
Touchdown, Rams! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. It's Norton. Turns it on in midfield. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. And here comes the offense on second down. On the option. He got penetration to make the stop in the backfield, and they gave back that 4 they just gained. It's 3rd and 10. Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. Got it in the middle, it's Gilbert. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be 1st and goal from the 4. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. He's looking to pass. Gets it to him on the screen. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He has the 1st and still on his feet. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Rides to back and leaves it on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on 3rd down with the lead late. If you get the 1st down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down. And the Rams will punt this one away. We assume he's going to punt it this time. He did complete a pass earlier. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Rams will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He makes the fair catch deep in his own end, and I get the criticism, but man, he probably wanted to at least save a few yards in field position. A hostile